Hello and welcome, this is Rooflemonger, and today's edition of Let's Learn Dragon Ball FighterZ, we're going to be showing you a lot of frame data for assists, and this will be both the startup values, the block stun if the move is blocked, and how long each character is on screen. Now all this data came from Rin Senpai, and that's at Rin Senpai on Twitter, and I'll have a link to that in the video description. And Rin Senpai is the person who compiled all this very helpful information by hand, by the way. So make sure to drop them a follow because they did the Lord's work on this one. So now, if I did this correctly, you're looking at this whole list here. And what do these numbers mean? So you can see here, say something like 31F. What does 31F mean? So 31F means 31 frames. Now, if you're not already aware, the game, Dragon Ball FighterZ, runs at 60 frames per second. So every 1 second of real time, 60 frames will elapse. So if we have a move here that says it starts up in 26 frames, that means basically in a little under half a second, the move will start up. So 26 of those 60 frames, so that like kind of mathematical equation, I guess if you want to work it that way, that is a startup. So much the same here for block stun. So if a move says it has exactly 30 frames of block stun, it means for exactly 1/2 second of block stun. And on screen just simply means how long is the character on screen. And so what can we extrapolate from all this data? So Rin has also gone out of their way to establish this tier chart maker of how everything kind of works here. So, you know, if you're familiar with how tier lists work, especially from the Madman's Cafe, you know, this is very much the same style thing. So up top we have high block stun, down below we have low block stun, and left and right is both a fast startup and slow startup. So as you can see here in this visual little guide here, this is just kind of how it all goes. Now, is a move that has high block stun strictly better than a move that has low block stun? No, not really, because they can be applicable for very, very different things, right? A high block stun move, sure, maybe you get your setup, right? Maybe, I don't know, you're Ginyu and you want to call the next guy in the Ginyu force up, sure. But someone low block stun just means they covered you perhaps in a recovery frame or something like that, and you recover, you go right for a low overhead Dragon Rush or whatever. So they're both very good in different situations. Now you can see here Yamcha is up in his own little corner there because as you can see here, he both has a absurdly high block stun, and also he starts up very, very fast. Now, is it the most block stun? No, because obviously, you know, Kid Buu is the most block stun, right? But it just kind of shows that Yamcha kind of in his own little world when it comes to assist quality, you know, that might make up for some of his other shortcomings in other areas. So now that you have seen all this, and once again I'll have a link in the video description both to the original tweet and plus imager links to the original images themselves if you just want to stare them down a little bit. You gotta kind of extrapolate the information for yourself because I can't give you everything you need to know for maybe whatever your specific team composition is. That one you gotta use a little critical thinking. Now keep in mind too as well. Some things are not, you know, necessarily the whole story on paper, right? Like someone like Vegeta. Is he high block stun? Yes. But you're also allowed to homing dash and reflect in the middle of a block, right? So that kind of curtails the value of it. Now also, on, say, Vegeta as well, let's just use an example. His is a slow startup assist, which you'd think is kind of bad, but you gotta also keep in mind he does a jump, so he's up in the air and behind you when he does his assist, so he's a lot safer than basically any other kind of assist when he's going to do whatever he's going to try to do, right? So the numbers don't tell the whole story is basically what I'm trying to say here. But still, that all said, this is still very valuable information to know, so please take it in mind. And that's it for this video, so thank you very much for watching. If this video has found you well, go out and play some Dragon Ball.